This is North American Competitive Team Fortress 2, Highlander Season 17. I'm going to show you how my team wins and got to the top of our division. The objective for this map, Product, is to capture the middle point and hold it for longer than the other team. You need to run down the clock, basically. In order to do that, we disrupt their positioning by pinning them down with our main force, our combo players, control their flank so they can't escape and have to fight us. And we are able to outmaneuver them like this, and we're able to run down the timer and secure our first win of the season. This second map, called Upward, is not a single control point map. It's a payload map. The objective is to take this cart with a bomb strapped to it across multiple control points and blow up the enemy team's base faster than they can, because we take turns doing it. We take turns attacking and defending. We were able to win by keeping the pressure up while we were attacking, overrunning the enemy team before they could set up defensive positions on the second control point after we were able to get them to retreat from the first control point. We were basically able to keep our momentum up throughout the entire map, and we were able to win because they were never able to defend. Our next map for week 3 was Prut, which is another King of the Hill single control point map. We were able to win not because we had, great skill or great strategy or anything, but because the enemy team kept trying to outflank us in a way that doesn't really make sense on Prut. It makes sense on Product, but not on Prut. So we won, which is a bit cheesy, but a win is a win, so I'll take it. Our fourth week, which is also our first loss, was on a map called Swiftwater. This is the medic player. They're the most important character in the game because they've got an ability that lets them and a teammate get 8 seconds of invulnerability, which is really important for pushing through this one-way door on the map, which is very important to getting a good time. If you're able to push through this door and you're able to establish a hold of the area, you're able to get a good time, which is really how we lost. For our fifth week, we're on another single control point King of the Hill style map. It's called Asheville. We won this week's map by leaving the middle control point and taking a forward position on the blue team, the enemy team, on their side of the map. It allowed us to run down the clock and get another dub without actually having to hold the central control point. For week 6, we played on another payload map. This one is called Vigil. Most teams don't bother holding the first point since it's difficult to defend in a way that doesn't also leave you open to being overrun if you need to retreat to the second point. We were able to get a better time on the scoreboard and win the match by holding a forward position like we did with that last map. Week 7 is also the last week of the regular season. Since it's the last week, we're playing a weird map called Steel. It's a map you take turns attacking and defending on to get a better time, like the payload maps, since it has 5 control points instead of the other maps which had only 1 control point. You need to take turns attacking and defending because it's not a symmetrical map. In order to win, you need to capture the last control point, point E, and you can do this at any time, but capturing control points A, B, C, and D in that order will let you capture the E point faster. So what we're doing is we are defending that last capture point by rotating out of the B control point onto this area where we can shoot one-sidedly at the enemy team. Now we're into the playoffs. This is week 8 of the season. We've won 6 out of our 7 matches so far, and we're doing the same strategies that we used in the other weeks in order to win the playoffs. So this week 1 of playoffs, we were able to keep our momentum on Upward very well. We were able to do very well with our forward hold on Vigil, and this won us week 1 of playoffs pretty easily. For week 2, we were on Upward again, and we were able to win Upward relatively easily. We had to play on steel again, which wasn't very fun because steel is complicated and requires more team play. But we were able to break the enemy team's hold and control on steel. And now it's time for Week 10, the last match of the season, playoffs, grand finals, Asheville again. We're playing Asheville, and we're winning pretty easily. We won pretty easily on Asheville. I am going to transition to a recording of a live show of this match, watched by about 100 people live as it aired. I'm just going to cut to that, and I'm going to leave you off
there was
with
52 seconds. Or
just
was he
showing
saying
you
it is
how it
possible?
Oh, Cosmic for the stab gets the heavy. Sam is dead.
It's a heavy. That's some
34
pressure
seconds.
alleviated.
No, but they're only 50% on their charge. They're going to have to go to the flank. They're going to have to win the flank and then push in very cleanly, kill the gun immediately, and hopefully have in time. But they're not building fast enough.
What a great sentry angle. That sentry is down, by the way. That card has to keep on. Where did the scout go?
For the red team. Now Blue needs to play the card consistently here. Protech is staying alive, playing with their pyro on the flank. The Uber's going to fade now onto cart. The gun's coming up. Skirt! Wraps around to the side. There's pressure onto the cart, but the
Dude, look at that flank pressure.
99%! The
5
cart!
seconds.
The cart! You gotta play the cart!
Oh, no!
3!
That is a loss. They were a second too late.
Oh my lord, we're going to map 3, ladies
Quite
and gentlemen.
literally, Skirt got off the cart for like 2
no.
seconds. and, like,
So
died.
we lost. Even though we won the first map so well, we lost the second map by a fraction of a second. By that point, we had run out of steam and lost the third map. Unfortunately, we did not get first place. We only got second place. But we still put up a good fight. And, losing by half a second, I can't really feel mad about that. It really could have gone either way. And I think we'll do great again next season. We'll give it another try in a higher div. Second place out of 23 teams. Not too shabby.